Let me just start this off by cracking open some liquid death. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. I don't drink no other water. Well, I don't. I should say I don't like to drink any other water but liquid death. This is the smoothest water I ever drank. Hold on, liquid death. Hey, and if y'all seeing this, hey, give me a sponsor, man. Y'all playing. Hold on. All right, but anyway, this is a topic. Honestly, inspired by something my wife talked to me about today, and just letting you guys know who I am for real. So and what I go through on a day to day basis because everybody hears me motivating them, and they don't know where this motivation comes from and who I am as a person to really be able to connect with me. So she was like, just gotta let people in a little bit so y'all understand. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about ADHD and trying to be successful at ADHD. Just like everybody talks about being successful, but nobody talks about trying to be successful with ADHD and the challenges that come with ADHD. Um, I was honestly diagnosed with ADHD when I was a child. True story, right? Uh, I wasn't doing shit in school. I wasn't doing a goddamn thing, and my parents, I don't know if I could say that on YouTube, but we just gonna say they thought I was mentally challenged. So they took it upon themselves to go get a doctor to go watch me while I was in school to, figure out what the fuck I was doing or what was going on. And their synopsis was that I have ADHD. And for a little while when at the time, nobody knew what the fuck ADHD was, like my family, because one of the things that, I'll say, and at least in the black household, that talking about mental health was a taboo topic. So you know how it is. Like I know there's somebody in the comments that gonna look at this shit. Boy, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just need your ass whooped, type shit. But anyway, they took the medicine. I think they put me on Ritalin at the time. And I'm not gonna lie, as a child, I used to think that shit would make you smarter. I used that. I mean, it gave me a little placebo effect. I mean, at least I felt that way. But just because I felt that way doesn't mean I was gonna pass my test. I definitely did my work, but I thought it was supposed to help you focus. And I'm gonna get to that point, but little did I know, the older I got and I actually, what I'm saying, started to seek help for my ADHD, that I realized that it really ain't about not focusing or not being able to focus. You can definitely focus. It's just like you focus on a whole bunch of different things at one time. It's like having a computer, right? And you got 1,000 tabs open. And you're trying to not only remember every one of them tabs, but I don't know, like you just bouncing back and forth between tabs and stuff like that, and then you just forget about this tab. You like, oh yeah, I got this tab I gotta go back to. Shit, I just dropped my damn phone. But oh yeah, I got this tab I gotta go to. Oh yeah, fuck, I remember I had this tab open because I had to do something in there, and I got this tab open. But anyway, back to what I was saying about my parents, but they were just like, yeah, okay, Ritalin X, Y, and Z. I mean, they didn't ask no questions other than beyond what the doctor just told them. Which I think at the time, what I know now, that Ritalin definitely wasn't the right medication for me. And it fucks with your stomach. And like you get hungry. I mean, not hungry, but you get full fast as fuck. But anyway, I digress. So I started to use it. Well, my parents was like, if you ask them that, I started to use it as a crutch. Like every time I didn't do something, and they'd be like, "Why you ain't do X, Y, and Z?" Oh, because I didn't take my medicine. And my dad was not fucking with that shit. He said, "Oh, yeah, we not doing that. You don't need no damn medicine. You just need your ass whooped." Well, guess what, motherfucker? I still got ADHD. That shit is not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But what I feel like the most effective thing to do with, and anybody that has a child with ADHD, is to figure out how to manage that shit, figure out how their brain works so that they can complete tasks and things of that nature. Because I want to tell y'all something. Like I said before, I didn't find this out until like recently, like in my 20s, like 24, 25. I'm 26 years old now, but like ADHD is not the fact that you can't focus, or you know what I'm saying. It affects you emotionally. It affects you, your motivation, your consistency. Uh, yeah, people misunderstand you. I mean, you can't handle rejection well. You know what I'm saying? You spiral a lot quicker. Everything, it just seems a lot harder. Imagine like you are a car, right? And you obviously car need gas to go places. Your dopamine levels will be your gas in your car, your body, or whatever, and you're at a really low deficit of that. That could be the thing for some people. Some people are hyperactive, and you got people like me that like sometimes, honestly, the hyperactive people too, because I mean that's what causes the distraction. Is that there's something else that is grabbing your attention that is more appealing to you than what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So like you might want success and you might want to do better, but like that shit just be so boring sometimes and you just don't want to do it. I mean, I wasn't the best student in school. You know, I just did enough to get by to appease my parents. You know what I'm saying? Then that was another thing, trying to get through school because, and if you had parents like mine where they were perfectionists, so like even if my grade dropped down like a point, they was on my ass. They took my shit for like 6 to 12 months if I fucked up on something. But like I said before, I had I had no drive or I knew at a young age that mainly because my mom was always in my ear telling me that oh, you gotta have the motivation to do this. You gotta have to find the motivation and the drive to be able to go to school and get you a good education. And I'm gonna be honest, at the time I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. I was highly depressed and I just didn't know what I wanted to do in life. Everybody in school knew what they wanted to do and I didn't. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I just know I was gonna join the army because obviously I went to school in Hinesville, Georgia. Fort Stewart is right across the street, and I was in JROTC. So I'm like, shoot, I don't got the grades to go to college. I'm gonna just join the military. You know what I'm saying? Just to get my parents off their ass. It was a whole lot of doing what other people wanted me to do, and that was like the course of my whole life was trying to I didn't know what my purpose was, what the fuck I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit and play the fucking game all day because that's what interests me the most and just wither a fucking way cease to exist sometimes, like because life just felt really hard to me because I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. I knew at a young age, like, man, I don't want to work no boring ass job. But it just, at the time, it just seemed like all there was because that's all that was put in my face. I wasn't shown anything else. I didn't get to find myself because I was worried about keeping my parents happy because I was worried about them fucking nagging. And now I'm in my adulthood. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my adulthood and I'm trying to, I mean, because I didn't get the proper training on how to deal with this shit. I'm in my adulthood and I have to deal with the hard stressors of ADHD as an adult because another thing that comes with it is you procrastinate really fucking bad. I mean, like when you don't want to do something, you're not gonna fucking do it. Like that's the hardest thing until it becomes the last minute when you feel like you have to do it. That's when you get the best drive. Like we operate under chaos very fucking well. Like if we want to get something done, we do it at the last minute, and or it feels like we have to do it. I call it. I think it's called task paralysis. Like you just if something seems very daunting and just overwhelming to us, it'll be a very difficult for us to start that task. Time blindness, overthinking, like you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie. When you do stuff at the last minute, you really kind of misgauge how much time you actually have. Like if I could pull my wife in here, she'll tell you. Like I'm in college, and there's some days that I waited till the day of. I'm talking about the last day. 9, 10 o'clock, and the assignment got to be due at 11:59. I done turned that bitch in at 11:30. I'm telling you, like I just didn't feel like doing it. Like it was just hard to muster up the. And I know how important college is, but I don't know what it is. It just like if the game. Oh yeah, the game. I'll play that shit all fucking day because I just know that catches my attention. It requires no energy out of me, and even cooking like meal prepping and shit. I'm not doing it because there's no need for me to do it. I was surviving. I was eating like shit. You know what I'm saying? And my wife has been getting on my ass about that. Like I ain't like before she moved in and stuff like that. I wasn't eating right. I just ate out every day. I went to work. I barely want to go to work. I wake up late. But there are some good signs about not signs, but good attributes of ADHD, like the burst of motivation that comes out of nowhere. Like let's just say I come into the house one day, I'm like, I want to clean the house. I get this whole shit done, but after that, I ain't gonna want to do shit. And the same thing with any other thing that you do. Uh, like I'll feel I'll have a billion different ideas I want to do. I'll have a new idea every other week, and I'll be ready to start that task. But as soon as I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, like the task will be like, I don't know where I should start. It just be like a whole amalgamation of different thoughts in your head when you're trying to do something. And like, cause I ain't gonna lie, if you got ADHD, you come up with a whole bunch of ideas. Oh yeah, I could do this. Oh yeah, I could do that. But then you're like, no, but I'm by myself. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where I'm gonna start. What if people don't like it? Just all a bunch of negative thoughts. But in the beginning, you were so happy and gung ho about it, and then the next thing you know, you just get those negative thoughts that just pop into your head, and it honestly sucks. It just keeps you from doing a lot of shit. And I just want y'all to know that, like, y'all not I can't even talk. Y'all are not alone in this situation. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone. I suffer with ADHD really bad. Um, a lot of us are perceived as lazy, and you're not lazy. You just ain't found your thing yet. You haven't found your interest in life. You haven't found your why or your reason to keep going. ADHD isn't a weakness, it's a strength because I'm trying to tell you, you can accomplish a lot with ADHD. Our minds work differently than anybody else. We see things beyond the surface level. We get so deep. And then when you find that thing that you like, you can get so deep into it. So extraordinarily deep into whatever it is that you want to do down to a molecular level. Honestly, it's extraordinary because I see it as more of a gift than a curse. You just got to find out, once you find out how your brain works and how it's meant for you to work, everything is much better. Life is only hard because you don't know how to navigate your life yet with ADHD. I mean, because a lot of the time you're going to run into a whole bunch of struggles when you're trying to progress through life. Um, like a lot of the times, your memory is fucking terrible. Like my wife could tell me, and this has caused problems before, but my wife could tell me something in the driveway right there. Oh, don't forget we got to do X, Y, and Z. And then I done got in the house and I got distracted by my phone, and she's told me she's probably upset at me because I've forgotten her. And I'm gonna be honest, like it's gonna be shit like that on the path where you forget to do stuff that was probably important. And that shit sucks sometimes, man. I'm not gonna lie. You'll get frustrated with yourself. Like, why can't I do simple fucking things? And that's just something you just gotta work through together with your partner. To be honest, once she learns, or when he learns, or whatever the case may be for you, They'll be able to help you along the journey once they understand what it's like to have ADHD and overthinking and the over being overcritical of yourself and your possible procrastination and things of that nature. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you the sauce on how to continue to be successful and push through working with ADHD. So you don't burn yourself out or overwork yourself, and then you don't quit a weekend, and then now you're on to something new, because that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like you come up with an idea, you start that, you may start it, and then it becomes overwhelming to you because you're worried about the top of the mountain instead of worrying about what's in front of you. You're going to quit and you're going to start something else, and the cycle continues. And it's just like the last episode where I was talking about how the journey is only long. I don't even know if that's the last episode. I think that was like episode 2 or 3. I think it was 3. But I was talking about how the journey is only long if you keep restarting. That definitely applies to us, because I guarantee there's probably some of y'all that just come up with several ideas, and then you fucking start over. You quit because the idea just becomes over. We get overwhelmed really fucking easy. So I'm gonna give y'all some tips of how to deal with your ADHD so that you don't quit and you can keep going and fucking win at life. So the first tip I got for y'all, I got it right here in my notes, is you're gonna break stuff down into smaller pieces. It's okay to do that. The main thing that gets you fucked up when you're thinking about something you want to do is the big picture, and you're worried about whatever the fuck everybody else going on. You're like, oh, I want to get there to where they're at. No, you got to worry about where you're at. So when you're doing a task, you want to break it down into small pieces. That could be homework, that could be workouts, that could be cleaning your room. You want to start with a small chunk first, and then start from there. So you want to break stuff into small pieces, like with this streaming stuff. Okay, I know I got to get a laptop first, or I know I got to get a PC first. Start with that. I know I got to get a camera. You know what I'm saying? Wait till you build up enough to get a camera. And keeping it, while I'm on this topic, man, you have to be able to keep your job, bro. I know that shit sucks, man. I'm complaining to my wife about my job every fucking day, because I'm just like, that shit's ass. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I hardly ever want to go. I struggle to get out of bed because, like, I don't. ADHD can be crippling sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, but I know I need the money. That's the only thing keeping me there. That's the only thing giving me enough discipline to be able to stay, because if you want to go chase your dreams, you need money. And in order for you to get money, you got to go to work, don't you? So when the next time you're like, bro, I can't stand this shit, because I'm not going to lie, it's like mentally painful for me to be at work. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if that's just a trait with ADHD, but that shit it's just like, it just feels 10 times worse being at work, is because it's already something you don't want to do. And everybody knows when you got ADHD and it's something you don't want to do, you really struggle doing that shit. So I want y'all to really think about, before you go fuck off and fuck yourself over, just when you're at that job, just think, I need the money to support whatever it is I'm doing. And when you are able to leave, it's gonna feel 10 times better, because I'm doing it as we speak right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this podcast. But let's get back to these tips. So what I say, break things into smaller tasks. Start step by step, whatever that may be. Break it into smaller tasks. Because one thing I learned in jiu-jitsu was that complicated moves aren't anything but a whole bunch of simple moves put together. So that's the way you need to think about whatever it is, whatever goal you want to achieve. You need to make simple moves first before you make complicated moves. If you do enough simple moves, eventually what you become doing is the complicated thing that you wanted to accomplish in the first place. The only difference is you're going to fuck around and get there and not even notice. By the time you're like, oh shit, I actually completed something. And to be honest, bro, when you get that gratification of completing a goal, it's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna give you a whole bunch of dopamine boost. As somebody with ADHD, dopamine is your secret weapon. Once you get a hit of that shit and you feel proud of yourself about doing something, you're gonna want to keep going. And that's why I'm suggesting to you to break it up into small shit. Because once you complete it, you're gonna be like, hell yeah, I did something. You know what I'm saying? I did something. And it's not too much to overload you. All right, let me go to my next tip. My next tip for y'all. Build a system instead of relying on motivation. That's going to help too, because you're not going to always be motivated to do whatever it is. Whether you got ADHD or not, you're not going to be motivated all the time. You're going to have to build a system. You're going to have to, love what you do. You might not love it all the time, so I can't say that either. But you just gonna have to build a system around what it is you're doing to be in to hold yourself accountable to replace motivation. But that's the thing, when you got ADHD, when it comes to completing a task, once that task is over, that motivation will come back. You'll feel good about yourself once you completed that task. But you got to have a system going. One thing about ADHD, we do need a whole lot of structure, whether that be writing stuff down or even a vision board. A vision board will, and have it somewhere like where you can see it. Like as soon as you get up, you wake up, okay, you keep seeing like these lists of goals you want to see and how you're going to get there. And you keep marking it off every time you complete one. That could be an example of a system, or you got to just find something that works for you. There's a whole bunch of videos out here on ADHD that they have their different methods of how that they like to go through things, because my way of doing stuff systematically and your way might not, you know what I'm saying? It might not work for you. So you have to find what works for you in your system. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever works for you. I have to write stuff down. Like I have stuff written down right here on my phone as far as different talking points, so I don't get lost. Because I notice I get lost while I'm doing. Like I said, we on this topic. I got ADHD because I'm prone to bounce around to a whole bunch of different. I probably did it like 4 times already. I think I'm doing it now, but you know what I'm saying? I'm prone to bounce all over the fucking place while I'm doing things. So this is my system to keep me in a line. I have to write stuff down in a direction that I'm going to make sure, you know what I'm saying, I don't fuck around and get lost and then have 5 different conversations on the podcast. It's supposed to be about how it's hard being successful, but not impossible to be successful with the ADHD. But change the environment helps you to stay focused. Yeah. So if you got an environment where it just seems boring as hell, it will affect your mood. You need to find an environment that works best for you to work in, where you feel good to do whatever it is that you're doing. Because honestly, just like music can affect your mood, your environment can affect your mood too. And use timers and reminders. That's a big one. Because like I said before, I will forget some shit the minute like I leave that parking lot and get up here. I done forgot plenty of appointments. I done forgot birthdays or important meetings I was supposed to be at, because like my memory is terrible. So using timers. Oh, and a timer will definitely help so you don't burn yourself out on a task that you may be doing. That way you're not doing it long. So if you can't focus longer than 15 minutes on the task, make sure you set a timer for 15 minutes. And when that timer is up, go take a break. Give yourself a reward for what you've done in that 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's your dopamine effect. Oh, once I finish this after 15 minutes, I get take a little break, play a little music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I just did that shit. Hype yourself up a little bit and then take whatever long break and then go right back at it. And reminders. Yeah, we got cellular devices now. We have cellular devices. We got so many resources. I got Alexa in my house. I tell that motherfucker to send me a reminder. And I also tell my wife if I need to be reminded about something as well. Knowing us, we going to need several reminders. And I'm telling you right now, even if it's stuff you want to do to make sure that your video is prepared correctly. Yeah, give yourself a couple of reminders. What else I got here? Progress counts even when it's slow. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a good one. Cause I'm telling you right now, um, with ADHD, we are very impatient, very impulsive. Like impulse decisions are something that we are very prone to because our mind is like going like that, fast as fuck, like thinking about different shit at different times. And even in the conversation, if somebody doesn't get to the point fast enough, or we be about to spaz out. The same thing with our patience level is just trash. But you know what I'm saying? You need to remain disciplined. You need to remain disciplined and knowing that slow motion is better than no motion because I mean a lot of the times we want results fast. I even find myself doing that now where I'm checking the videos to see how good it's doing. Like damn, I only got one view on this one. Damn, I only got 3 views on this one. Am I doing good? Like them thoughts are gonna start to flood in real quickly when you're trying to better yourself. It's like your brain is like not playing tricks on you, but like it just be hard to stay motivated sometimes when you're not getting the results you want at the speed you want. You know what I'm saying? Because everything with us has got to be quick, it's got to be impulsive, and we want it now. Everything in this room, from this camera to this mic to this MacBook to this fucking Focus Scarlet thing, it was an impulse buy because I wanted it. I wanted it now. I mean, that worked for me because I knew if I bought it, I made a risk, an investment on myself. So I mean, it ended up working out because I knew I was going to use it. That's my method. That's the way I keep going because I bought this stuff, right? I bought this stuff and I can't let it go to waste. So I'm gonna use it. And so even on days where I'm like, man, because I'm not gonna lie, this shit hard, bro. Like, man, I'm just sitting here and I'm looking at, the views, but I gotta realize, man, there's some people out here that don't get no views and they still at 0 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta know that I'm blessed to be where I'm at with 20 subscribers right now, and the views gonna come. Everything, and always remember that Rome wasn't built overnight. Take your time, slow down. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to take the wins when you get them. You need to learn, oh yeah, I got a subscriber. Be happy about that. I mean, you might not be where you want to be, but you got somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Just think like that. Oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And changing that one mindset change will help you on your journey to being successful. Take the small wins, take the small progressions. Shifting energy. You know what I'm saying? It's harder, but it's not impossible. I'm not gonna lie, like it's definitely a challenge working with ADHD, but you're not fucking doomed. The world is not over. Your brain just works differently. There's many successful people with ADHD. Theo Vaughn, if you know who that is, he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn how to navigate life with ADHD. I've had plenty of challenges, but one of the main reasons is because I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going through life. I'm just raw dogging life. No medication. I'm on medication now, but raw dogging life without it beforehand was, I'm not gonna lie, difficult. But therapy definitely does help. I would definitely suggest therapy because you just have certain habits with ADHD that are hard to break without assistance, and you just need somebody in your corner to make sure you stay accountable. And if you don't have anybody in your corner to make sure you stay accountable, you definitely need reminders to remind yourself of the goals and the paths that you want to be on while dealing with ADHD. And if you have a partner that you're struggling with as far as ADHD, just know you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? If your goals in life is to be, you know what I'm saying, married with a happy family and you're struggling out there because of ADHD, you're not alone. memory. To hell, taking structural criticism is even hard with ADHD just because it feels like rejection. Honestly, it feels like the mental version of pain when you hear something you don't like. I don't know what it is, but that shit just hard. And then like you just, I don't know. I feel like you understand the world differently than others. So like you don't. I don't know. People don't look at you the same. You feel misunderstood. I feel misunderstood all the time because I feel like people are trying to put me in a direction that I don't want to go in. But at the same time, at some point, I was just like, I don't know where the fuck I want to go anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I'll be like, I don't even know if the path I'm on is the right path, but I know I have to be able to walk my own path. And one of the things I definitely had to stop doing was over explaining myself. Only person that needs to understand you is you. And you have to be okay with that. I mean, obviously, your significant other needs to try to understand you as well, or at least to make the attempt. But you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. Whatever works for you works for you. But you definitely have to pull yourself out of that hole. Definitely have to pull yourself out of that hole. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. There's resources out there. Go seek help. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to manage your ADHD. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's a dog eat dog world out here, and a lot of people are not going to care that you have ADHD. When the rent is due, they're not going to care that you forgot. When it's time to upload and you 3 months behind, the world's not going to care. They're going to pass you by. You know what I'm saying? So you got to buckle down and find what works. And the main goal in all of this is just take it one step at a time. That's the key to all this is when you're on this grind is make sure you take it one step at a time. Don't worry about what I'm going to do in 10 years. Worry about what you're going to do today. Worry about what you can do today. You got to dig deep. You got to have that dog in you. I'm not going to lie. You got to fight. You got to fight, motherfucker. You got to be that clock that gets hit and keeps on ticking. The world don't care what you got stacked against you. You got to fight. We all shot, but can you fight? My football coach used to say that. I used to think that was the hardest shit ever. We all shot, but can you fight? We all got problems in this world. We all fucked up. But guess what? You got to dust your pants off, button up your shirt, and get back to fucking work. Don't quit. Don't fucking quit. I don't care what the world got against you. You know what I'm saying? You against the world, you against everybody. Fuck all that is you versus you. I don't care what noise everybody talking. You know what you're capable of. You can be great. ADHD or not, you can be fucking great. And don't let anybody ever tell you anything otherwise. You're not slow. You're not none of that. You got the capabilities. If you got, you know what I'm saying? If you got a body and a soul, you can do it. If you have a body and a fucking soul, you can do it. Go out there and be fucking great. No surrender, no retreat. I'm fucking out.